Hello everyone, this is Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm excited to say that for the most part I have gotten my space downsized. I used to be very fortunate, and you'll have to forgive the mess because I am still in the middle of working through organizing everything, but I used to have this whole space along with that desk, that big table right there, and that table used to have this organizing system flipped sitting on that table. So it used to have lots and lots of space to scrapbook, but we are going to sell this table and create a play space for Jackson because we are in a basement suite and we find that the poor guy is running out of room just hanging out in his bedroom. So I am sacrificing some scrap space for some space for my little guy, which of course is way more important. So I thought I would go through now though, because I have organized and I have gotten rid of so much stuff. I think I've gotten rid of 3 trash bags right now. I'm in the middle of trash bag number 4. And when I say trash bags, I don't mean I've thrown them away. A lot of stuff I've actually given to Jackson's daycare so they can use. And then some stuff's been thrown away, but most of it's just been put somewhere else. So, like I said, this is my square shelf that I have. It is used, I believe I got it at Target when I still lived in the States. But the bottom shelf down here, I have everything for my December daily. So that's December daily 2013, 2014, 2015. That will be 2016. And there is one hiding behind it that will be 2017. So I'm good to go with albums for my December daily. I have 2 books. They are the 52 scrapbooking challenges. The only 2 things I haven't thrown away that were magazines or whatnot from back in the day when I used to buy all of that. All of my mini albums that are not done or even started really all fit into this lovely basket. And I put things down here where if Jackson reaches for it, it's not a huge deal. I won't be upset if something gets hurt. So that's why that's all down here. Then if you move up, this is just like, this was my 2013, excuse me, like these are my journals and planners, so I can look back for when if and when I do not December daily, project life. So that's what those are. This I just have scrapbooking like sketches and stuff that I used to have in there. And then some more scrapbooking stuff. This is Jackson's pregnancy album when I was pregnant with him. If and when we ever have baby number 2, that will be their pregnancy look through. So while I'm pregnant, he can look through that. And then one of these is a Halloween mini book, and the other one is just going to be like a book of me mini book that I created. And then in this basket, I have all my tissue paper and things I like to use to layer my photos that I use a lot. When we go to the drugstore and pick up like prescriptions from Shoppers, I like to use the bags because they're white, so it's nice layering pieces. This one has nothing in it. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to put in it yet, so it's nice and blank, which is nice, so I have an option to store stuff there. This one right here is going to be used for my scraps, my smaller scraps. I have a bunch of stuff in a bag, and then some strips. I haven't sorted through this yet. One of the things I still need to do is sort through this bag so I can downsize it. So I will get to that, but that's in there. And then this is just a little, you open it up and there's 12 little books in there that I haven't done anything with yet, so I'll get there eventually. This basket just stores anything to do with my sewing machine and some fibers, so I don't have a lot of that. Not something I use a lot in my scrapbooking, so it's not very full, but it's handy, especially when I do a lot of stitching, so that's handy there. This eventually will be Jackson's mini book for his 12 months, like I took a photo of every month when he was a baby, so that's what that mini book will be. It comes up to this one then, and I have a little basket for my mists and stuff. I'm only allowing myself to have this one basket, so if it fills up, I can't buy anything more, so I can maybe buy, I might be able to fit 4 more mists in here, and then that's going to be done for me. I don't want to have too much stuff, so there's that. behind it is my basket of sequins, and I have it, some of them are organized by color, and then some of them are just like really bright colors, and then really like summery colors is kind of how I have it organized there. And it just slides back like that. And then these are nice, they pull out really easily. I did put my little envelope of doilies there because I use it a lot, so I thought this would be easy to reach for, and I don't use sequins that often, so I won't be moving this that often. And then these, I have 4 jars. This one has washi, this one is just a bunch of numbers. This one has embossing thread, and the back one has some old wood veneer that I need to go through, so that's another project I need to work on. And then this is going to be a family mini book when I get to it. This is a mini book of just my favorite photos of Jackson that will progress through, I think probably age 5 is how far that one will go, so I'm excited about that. And then I was able to store, I have 2 little pieces of plastic containers, and I organized these the other day, so I was really excited about that. And this one I have all of my frames. They all fit in there nicely. I have, I don't have very many of these right now, but for all my tabs and stuff. A few of the chipboard letter alpha that I have left. Chipboard banners. And then this just is storing I have these little cards that say January through December, and they just happen to fit in there really well. So that's what's in there. And then I organized my this little thing, and I love this. This might be one of my most exciting parts about reorganizing. So I have a space for hearts, one for little random wood veneer, paper clips, my little Tweety birds that I have. This is anything that has to do with months or days of the week, go in that one. Triangles, bows, because this all could only fit in one thing. Transparencies, and little bits of pieces. Most of them are these leaves. Circles and like flare. I have some flare at the bottom of this one. Bows, things that are too big to fit in anything else. So I have 2 things in there. I have stars all in this one. This one is all, what do you call those? Are they ampersands? Those are all ampersands. Some more circles, but more flat and like sticker type elements there. Asterisk, and then I have floral. So I love that. I do have a couple little arrows in this one, but I'm not sure. That might stay blank until I can figure out what to do with that. So that all goes there, and then it just stores really nicely right here, and it's very accessible, which is nice. And so far Jackson hasn't been interested in grabbing at it. So far so good. And then you move up here and it's a mess. I haven't quite sorted this part out either. All my photos are just in here. This is where I keep my photos. It's a big mess, but it's just how I do it. My trimmer, this is like glue, and my scissors and my Stays-On and my roller date punches and all that stuff is there. There's my pens and my ruler. Things I don't access very often, like my, you can make edges so you can fold paper easily, bone folder thing, I can't think of what you call it. My gun, I can reach it pretty easily, and dry stuff if I need to. It's just a couple photos of, this has always been here, these photos, as well as my little shelf that has all of my little goodies on it that I've collected throughout my life, so I have that as well. My table itself has moved. It used to be right where that shelf is, so I moved it over a little bit. I am now having 2 lamps, hoping the lighting situation will work better. That's where I'm going to hold my layouts until they can go into their own binders when I get that far. This one basket, I know it's kind of random hanging out there, but I need a place to film, and that's how I do it. So I'm hoping, I haven't actually tested it out yet, but I'm hoping that it's high enough up and between from where my layout will be towards where the camera is that I'll be able to film still. I keep all my 6x6 pads in that. That got downsized a great deal. I got rid of a lot of stuff, and I'm really pleased with how much everything's falling. That just shows you how loose it is and how much room. If I wanted to, I could put more stuff in there, but my goal is to not do that. Hiding behind this yellow lamp in that bird cage is my transparencies. I know they're there. When I want them, I'll grab for them. So I know that that's what's in my bird cage. So I just have to look up and see my bird cage and I'll remember that it's there. I have added my little buckets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Those used to be on the black shelf that I just showed you. And what I have in there are all of my little tiny ink pads, and I organized them. Let's see, they're just my little ink. I have a bunch of Stampin' Up! Ink spots. So, oh, my camera isn't focusing. I'm sorry. There we go. And I just organized them by like yellows and oranges are together, and like neutrals and blues and stuff. And this is my current Obsessed Kit ephemera pack. So that's just on my desk because that's what I'm working on right now. And then this has changed as well. So, and this awesome little shutterfly thing is all of my Project Life cards. And I'm only allowing myself to have what's in here. So if I buy more and it doesn't fit, I have to get rid of some. So that's a nice little way to keep myself condensed with that. I have my stencils, my smaller stencils, and then I created my own stencils so I can do some mixed media. If we're ever in an emergency, I like to have that lighter on hand, so that's why that's in there. So that's what goes in that little one. This one has all my little word alphas, and then all of my border strips that I have. I have a hard time sorting through these, so I just keep them. They don't take up a lot of room, so I don't mind them being there. And then behind that, this is all my pattern paper. So I bagged up the pattern paper that I've already kind of cut into and are for borders. So that's all in one spot, so I can now look for it and find it easily. My couple pieces of chipboard, I have 3 right now, are in front. And then all of my paper I'm allowing myself to use right now is in the front one. And then I have it separated by my Create Paper Wonder collection because I am not that far into using that yet. And behind that is my white pattern paper that I'm going to grab to. And then behind that is some of new stuff that I've gotten that I'm not allowing myself to use right now. So it's just hanging out back there so I know it fits, but it's wrapped up so I can't touch it. And behind that are all of my stencils. So it's working well. What I like about it the most is the fact that I've made it so this is all the paper I'm allowed to have, and if it doesn't fit, I can't buy anymore. So I think it's going to help me use up my paper and keep myself condensed, because I don't want to have to get rid of 4 trash bags worth of product again. If you think about that, even though I donated a lot of it, it's a big waste, right? So I don't want to do it again. So I'm trying to find ways to keep myself from needing to do that. And then finally, what is here, that up there, I always keep my stickers up there. I have gone through them and condensed them, so they're all in a little page protector at the moment. And all of my thickers. And then I do have another stack that's maybe like this, that's just sitting on my computer right here, that I have to find a place to do with because this isn't going to be here anymore, but I just haven't gotten that far. And then I will show you my crazy messy desk right now. It's a huge mess. But you know what? That's part of the process, and I'm getting there, and I'm really pleased with the results and what I've gotten done. And I'm just really excited. I do have my Rascog cart under here. And I think what I'll do with that is I have it, like this bottom one's empty. This one is just holding where I put my trash. I put the top one, my current stuff that I'm going to be working on, I just put it there. It's working well so far, so I think I might keep doing that. And then I have my little bits of embellishment. I have to keep this hidden in a way where Jackson won't want to pick at it, so I find putting them in there, he can't see them because the first one is solid. So I find going like this might help make it so he doesn't want to get into that. So that's what's in there. And then I do have this little drawer. This basket is my bigger scraps, and I condensed a huge amount. So let me show you. I just have when I first started working on my scraps, this thing was literally overflowing. I went to pick it up and half of it fell out because it was overflowing so much. So I went and did a lot of destashing when it came to my scraps. And then in this drawer, I have new stuff that is kind of like that back that I have in the back. I don't want anyone to, I don't want to use it right now, so I'm kind of keeping it. But it has like this little awesome Dear Lizzie binder and some ephemera that I don't want to play with quite yet. I'm not ready to play with it, so I just have it in that drawer. So that's what's going to be in that top drawer. This middle drawer has all my inks and embossing stuff and mixed media sort of stuff. So I'm condensing it to only fit into this drawer. And then this bottom drawer has all the stamps I'm allowing myself to keep. I did go through my stamps as well and got rid of a bunch of stuff. So now if it doesn't fit into this bucket, I'm not allowed to own it. And my little bits of acrylic paint that I have, I also got rid of a lot of it and just kept the colors I knew that maybe I'd use, because I don't use a lot of acrylic paint, so there's no sense in keeping it around. And with that, that is actually the rest of my share. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this little share, and if you feel like sharing your space, I'd love to see what you come up with. Thanks everyone. Bye.